mindset coming into this year from being the guy instead of being in a battle with three other guys?
Last year going into camp, I was more in the mindset of having to beat other people out, and more worried about what they did on a play or what this guy did or what kind of throw he made, instead of really just focusing on what I needed to work on to make myself better. And so I think going into this camp, that's like my main goal is focus on me, myself, just trying to fix what I need to fix, make myself better. That way we can have a good season.
Coach Mullen was talking a lot about your leadership skills and what he wants to see out of you there. What do you think you can improve specifically to show that you're becoming a better leader?
I think everybody has different ways to lead. Nobody's going to lead the same way. Some guys are really, up front, really loud, halftime speech kind of guys. Some guys are just quiet to themselves, lead by example. I think myself, kind of in between. I'm not really a yeller. I'm not going to give a halftime speech, but I'm going to expect people to take care of their business. They expect me to take care of mine. I think I just need to be a little more vocal with it and a little better on patting people on the back.
How much have you guys been able to work together with receivers this year and to get that time off season? How much you guys have been able to work together as a receiving group and quarterbacks this off season?
Man, we worked almost every day out there for at least an hour and a half, just on around out there working routes, throwing combinations, working this kind of read. This kind of defense is what we're going to do. If they're playing you like this is what we're going to run. So just making sure that we're all on the same mindset, the same page when it comes to the season and going against different types of defenses.
Obviously, Donald and Gabe and Keith are kind of established names in that receiver group. Talk about other guys that obviously everybody has to step up, but other guys that you think that have to make contributions this year to make that group stable.
I think Jesse Jackson's going to be a big-time player this year. Jamal Couch, he's a big guy, big athletic guy. Reggie Todd, Osiris. I'm looking for all those guys to kind of mentally step up and be ready to take on our role because we're going to need them this year.
Nick, with so much success running the football last year, specifically you, defenses are going to try to take that away. How important is your elevation as a passer going to be for the success of this offense?
Offense, it kind of all works together. If you can run the ball well, that's going to open up passing. If you can pass the ball well, it's going to open up running. We obviously have to be a more accurate passer. Have to be more consistent in that aspect, but still keep it true to the run game and making sure that I can make plays on my feet. I think overall, I have great running backs that are going to handle a lot of loads for running and would be an improved passer.
Donald Gray, you mentioned the other guys that are stuck, but how important is him to the success of this team with what he's been able to do as a deep threat?
He's an integral part. He's probably the leader of this offense. He's vocal. He's out front. He's first one here, last one out. He absolutely lives, eats, breathes football. And it's incredible to have him on the team. Incredible to have him leading our young guys. It's awesome having him around. He's a great guy, a great teammate. He's really going to help us out this season. He's definitely going to make big plays.
Is it weird having a preseason camp that's kind of spread out like this? Would you rather have a few two-a-days and get into some rhythm, or are you not?
Absolutely not. The less time we spend in the fall, the better, in my opinion. If that means we have to spread it out over a week more, then that's perfectly fine. We have a few days where you just come in and lift and watch meetings, watch film instead of having to practice every day. I think it's going to help out a lot, having a lot of downtime. Younger guys can watch more film, get in the playbook more before the next practice. We'll have a lot more time to recover, make sure our bodies are right, that way we can go out and have a great practice, make sure that nothing's limiting us from doing that.
How excited are you to just get out there today?
I'm pumped. I'm so excited to get out there, start slinging the ball around with my boys.
Not a lot of expectations for this team this year, but how much does that motivate you guys that, not a lot is expected of this young football team?
Mississippi State has always been someone that's been doubted. It's always been a program that we've always put with a chip on our shoulder. We're always kind of the picked last kind of team, and I think we've just kind of embraced that. We've used that to motivate us. It doesn't really matter what people outside these walls think because we know what we have is special and we know what we can do.
Along those same lines, any team's going to go into a season with high expectations, but it seems like this group in particular has really good chemistry and seems to feel good about what's coming. Is that something you see?
I think taking last year's team for example, I think that we weren't exactly very cohesive. We weren't very together. There's a lot of different cliques. A lot of people didn't kind of work well with each other. This year is completely different. The second we stepped in the facility in January, we knew that if we wanted to be good, we were going to have to come together. We were going to have to build that chemistry up. We were going to have to be a team that was all around each other, all about each other, live, die for each other, that kind of thing. And I think that's what we've become. We've gotten really close. We've all we've all made good friendships, where everybody knows everybody hangs out with everybody, and I think that's really helped.
Back in media days in Hoover, Coach Mullen was talking about guys like Alex Smith and Dak and Tim Tebow, that they showed him that they had bought in. When he's talked to you about that, what kind of signs do you feel like you need to show and work on to show that you're fully invested in taking the next step as a player?
Those are some pretty special guys right there. I mean, they're great leaders, great quarterbacks. I think overall, just leadership-wise, he's going to be looking for me to be more vocal, kind of know when to talk, when not to talk, when to get on somebody, when not to get on somebody. Really just show that, I can handle, leading this team and making sure that I can bring everybody together and elevate everybody's play.
This offseason has been all about competition between quarterbacks in the SEC. You got to work with some of them down at the Manning Academy. Is there a competition between all of you guys across the league? Do you have any kind of relationship outside of those guys?
Man, honestly, I just want them all to do well. They're a great group of guys. They're awesome dudes. They're great quarterbacks. I wish each one of them the best of luck this season. Overall, I think we're all going to support each other in a way, because we all kind of made that relationship over camps this summer, and I think we'll continue to support each other, but we don't want to get into it too.